Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our journey of learning just a little bit more of Chinese a day. Yesterday, we talked about 危机四伏. It gives you another way of spatial sense, like in all four directions, the risks are going to get triggered at any time and they are going to ambush you. So that's the sense of 危机四伏. And today we're going to get another like a four directional spatial sense expression that feels like you are at risk. 四面楚歌. So four directions, four face. 楚歌, 楚 is a country or a local geolocation. Back then, it's one of the ethnic groups or kind of have their own sovereignty customs, their own language, basically their own people. That's one of the ethnic groups, not exactly ethnic groups, I don't exactly know, cultural groups at least. Back then, probably 2,000 years ago. Oh my God, I cannot test my history because Chinese history is about 5,000 years. It's easily to get lost in that long strand of time. But Chu is one of the, identity shared cultural force. And I guess they have military force back then too, to battle against other mini nations back then before China was unified by Qin, the first emperor, to rule over the whole land of many different customs, people, language, traditions. So Chu was one of them, a candidate to rule. So they had many, many battles back then. 四面楚歌. Okay, let's talk about 面. 面 is a very visual depiction of human face. The reason why is, okay, look at this. This is the eyes symbol that, well, I discovered that instead of using, because our eyes are horizontally placed right next to each other, but for the economy of space or the ease of writing, it's easier to write in a way of stacking up your eyes. So they stack up vertically, but they means the eyes. And here, this portion, my interpretation is it looks like the nose bridge. So it's kind of this section. So this section, and I mean, the eyes supposedly should be placed on top of that, right? So that's not mystery. But these are the main human facial features over there. And then the whole block thing. I mean, I seldom see a Chinese character written in closure, like a big bubble in this way. And it must be drawn like top right corner and track down like this. It's hard to draw, try it yourself. So that whole rectangle thing is the face, like depicting the sphere of the face, I mean, in 2D way, right? And these are the main features, the nose and the eyes. Probably these are the mouths. I don't exactly know, but that in turn means face simply. So the whole area and the main features of the face, that's how the ancient depict the face. So four face simply also mean another way to say four sides, four directions, but it's like you are facing four directions. And we use four 四面 to mean it's in actually all directions. Imagine yourself a sphere, like facing in all directions. So, but we simplified it into four face. So from your position, you're facing in four directions or actually all directions, 楚歌. So this local sound of 楚歌 means songs. Okay, it is composed quite rhythmically because there are two stacking up same character, but itself it sounds like a 可, so it's a sound maker, but it stack up. It gives you a sense of rhythm. right? And 可 in ancient time, probably also, I mean, it's composed into the song, 歌. So that's kind of a verbal. You see the mouth, right? You see the mouth, and here, this structure, I can interpret it as the breathing, the breath going, like the air from you, your pipe, going this way, and got some block. That means your mouth, the sound making organ over here to adjust the tunnel, narrow or wider to make different sound, right? So that's your, from your mouth, you have the breath coming out. And so that's your verbal sound making mechanism, right? So, and then the right side is, okay, a person. This is a person symbol. And there's 3 strokes in a rhythm, in a pattern. That means walking, like at the tracks, walking. And my interpretation is it simply means a kind of a rhythm. So verbalized sound in a rhythm by a person. That's songs, that's vocals, basically. So 四面楚歌, you hear from all 4 sides or all directions facing you, this 楚 songs, because they must be in their own tunes, their own language that you cannot understand, but you recognize. I mean, imagine European people, French here, the Germans, songs very near them, they can hear them, right? It's audible, and it sounds like from all sides. So that means what? At wartime, if you hear your enemies' songs from all 4 directions of you, how would you feel? Scared, right? Or you feel like, wow, you are surrounded by your enemies. And they let that fact known by singing their songs in their language, their tunes. And so that's exactly how it feels. It feels doomed. Like you have very little chance to fight back because they're surrounded. You're I don't exactly know in military what's that, but you are in the game Go. If a white dot or the black stone surrounded in 4 directions by black one, that white one is going to be taken out because there's no escape and there's no way you can overpower, you can fight back from all 4 directions of your enemy. So that's the sense of it's doomed. So I picked this picture, a golden temple surrounded by gray color stones. And I mean, of course, I have trees in between, but that gives you a sense of this color. This is one side and surrounded by another, a different entity, right? So that's a sense of spatially encaged. So it's a kind of a siege, right? And it's audibly, audibly you can hear enemy's songs. That's pretty scary situation. So that's the kind of 四面楚歌 we talked about, cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.